everyone. This is your host, Maheen, and welcome to the Canadian SME Small Business Podcast, where we're back again with another episode. Our platform is dedicated to highlighting the vital role of small and medium sized enterprises in our economy and communities. In every episode, we center our discussions around a crucial aspect of our communities, and today we're focusing on the importance of small businesses. Why are they so crucial, and why it's important to support local businesses? We'll dive into the realms of organizational resilience, business continuity, and the importance of tests and exercises. So, without further ado, let's get started. Today, we have the pleasure of hosting Alex Fullick, the founder and managing director of Stone Road Inc., a consulting firm focused on business continuity management and resilience. With over 26 years in the industry, Alex is not only an award winning professional, but also an author of 8 books and the creator and host of the successful podcast called Preparing for the Unexpected. His work in developing strategies for organizations to prepare for, respond to, and overcome adverse situations is both innovative and essential. Join us as we explore Alex's journey and insights into making businesses more resilient. Good afternoon, Alex, and welcome to the Canadian SME Small Business Podcast. How are you today?
I'm great. Thanks for inviting me, Maheen. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's an honor to have you here on the podcast, Alex. And your journey through business continuity and resilience, shaping organizations, how to tackle adverse situations is truly remarkable. And today we're thrilled to dive into your experiences, the challenges, and the strategies that have marked your career. Now, before we dive into our conversation with Alex, I'd really like to take a moment to speak directly to our valued listeners. The journey of resilience and continuity in businesses is not just a narrative for the experts; it's really a path. Each of us walks every day in our ventures. And as we unravel Alex's insights, I really encourage all the listeners to think about your own business. Like, what steps have you taken to safeguard its future? How prepared do you feel for the unexpected? And today's dialogue will really help, and it is quite an invitation to reflect and act to ensure that your business isn't just surviving but thriving no matter what challenges lies ahead. So keep these thoughts in mind as we explore the depths of resilience together. To begin our conversation, Alex, let's cover your journey into business continuity. Entering the business continuity and resilience is often a unique journey for many professionals. How did you get into the business continuity and resilience industry, and what motivated you to focus your career on this particular field?
The short answer, I fell into it completely by accident.
Wow.
I started off, I was actually in the hospitality industry. I was working kitchen manager, area manager, bar manager, all the different pieces. And it was before computers were really in all the businesses. So I thought, oh, I should really learn how to use one of these computers. So I went to school to learn how to use one. When I started to get to the end of the course, my best friend turned around and said, we have this little 2-month contract where he was working at the time. Maybe you could come and help us out, with the new things you've just learned and just build some call trees really for this big program. Well, I got there and they called the position business recovery planner, which was the term used before business continuity professional. And I knew nothing about it, absolutely nothing. But I thought, oh my goodness, I'm the new guy here. I better show that I know what I'm doing. And I just latched onto it. And this is back in 1996. And ever since then, I'm still around. I still enjoy it. And what motivated me to keep doing it is that I was talking with all kinds of people and all levels of the organization, from CEOs to vice presidents, directors, managers, senior managers, team leads, to people doing data entry to find out what they do, how they do it. And I really found that really, I don't even know if there's a word. It was empowering for me, I guess. Like, wow, I can talk to all these people. I'm learning so much more than if I stayed where I was and went back to hospitality. I still enjoyed interacting with people, and here I was interacting with just about everybody. And I
Mhm.
realized after a time that, hey, what I'm doing is actually not just helping me in my career, but I'm helping them, their families, their stakeholders, internal and external, and their business partners, and everybody else that's related to them, so that if something happens, I can help at least reduce the impact of what's going on. And I just fell in love with that. I went, oh, this is amazing. And 26 years plus years later, I'm still doing it.
Your entry into the field really highlights the dynamic nature of business continuity and the personal drive needed to succeed. Now, let's cover some of the biggest obstacles in the business continuity field. I mean, the path is not easy. I mean, it's fraught with challenges. Alex, what is the biggest obstacle in business continuity and resilience, and how do you navigate these challenges and strategies that have proven effective for this?
Well, first, I have to say that depending on the industry you're in and where you are and what you do, the obstacles may be different because your culture is going to dictate some of the obstacles you find. If you don't have really good organizational culture, then you're going to experience some specific obstacles. If you have great culture, then some of those obstacles on one side may not appear on yours. But there will still be some common obstacles that just about everybody experiences at some time. I know I have, whether it be for myself even or at client sites. So a couple is first create a plan, not the business continuity plan, but just what do you want to do? Just write it down and map it out. Okay, this is what we're going to achieve over a certain amount of time. That'll help guide you because everyone's going to want to know what's your plan. And if you don't know your plan, you're going to lose them. And that will become an obstacle for you because they don't know what you're doing anymore.
Mm-hmm. Now, overcome these obstacles is quite crucial, and your approach really offers valuable lessons for businesses aiming to enhance their resilience. Now, let's learn a bit more about the impact of tests and exercises, which are critical components of any business continuity plan. Alex, can you elaborate on the importance of tests and exercises in validating business continuity plans, and how have you seen these practices evolve over your career?
Well, first, I want to clarify what tests, when I talk about tests, we're talking about systems, applications, technology, processes, things that either work or don't, pass or fail. When you bring people into it, then you're exercising because now you don't want people to be failures. So you certainly don't want to bring people in and say, you failed. Well, what's that going to do for your program? What's it going to do for morale? What's it going to do for your culture? So exercise to me is not just the technology side of things and processes, but the people as well. And by doing these exercises, you're helping identify gaps in some of your thinking and your plans that you may not have known until you actually go through it, until you kind of simulate a test or a situation. You know, what could go wrong? What are the things that we assumed would happen that actually doesn't happen? Or we assumed Maheen would do certain things. Well, you know what? We never told Maheen that, so she didn't do it for us. So you uncover those kind of things, and it helps get people on board and trains their muscle memory so that that way they are learning. And as they learn, they start contributing more and they start questioning, hey, what we should add this. We don't really need that. Or have we talked to so and so about this? And they really start to get empowered and involved with the situation. Well, guess what that does to your overall business continuity and operational resilience? You get stronger because now you've got people involved. They've got the buy-in. They're contributing to it. And uh, some of the things that if you do enough of that over years, and I mean progressing, you don't want to start off with a huge, our data center blew up or our main factory blew up or our office tower just crumbled to the ground. You don't want to start off with that kind of scenario. You want to start off with more with let's just talk through what's going on. Then let's talk through with a scenario. Okay, let's just try a little test. Can we bring up these servers? So you keep progressing over time. That's one of the big things that I think a lot of organizations, regardless of size, sometimes get wrong. They try to bite off more than they can chew, and then they realize it's too much for us. We can't do this. It's too complex. It's like, no, bite off what you can chew. Just take small steps. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So why not? Just slowly, bit by bit, and you get everything improved. The muscle memory, your plans get more robust. They become more adaptable to situations. And one of the other things that's changed over the years is because there's a lot of testing going on between different businesses that external partners now are starting to turn around and say, hey, are you testing in your organization? We're dependent on you. So do you have a plan? in case something happens? Are we still going to get our product and service? That's starting to happen now, and they're starting to ask. And sometimes they're now asking, we want to be involved when you do your next test. And that's a big thing that's happening right now is third parties are now starting to ask and see proof that you're testing or they want to be involved with it. And you can't just ignore them anymore because they could turn around and go to somebody else.
Now, the evolution and impact of tests and exercises are really key to building stronger, more resilient organizations. Um, Now, small businesses face unique challenges in implementing, business continuity and resilient strategies. Alex, what advice would you give to small business owners looking to improve their resilience, and are there any common pitfalls they should avoid?
Ooh, I could really go on forever with that one. Advice. There are a couple of key ones here. Understand that you just can't control what's going to happen. No disaster ever unfolds the way you want it to, but you can control how you respond to it. That's your testing, your exercising, your developing of your organizational culture. You empower your people. You get the right decision makers involved. You have a documented plan that guides people through situations, and it's adaptable to whatever does happen. But you're never going to be able to have that thinking where we can do everything. You can't stop it from happening, but try and control it. Talk with your teams, talk with different people that are involved, even ask, Maheen, I'm doing work with you and we're doing our business continuity plan. What do you expect from it? What would you want to see? You'd be very surprised what happens and what comes out. So I always think to tell leadership, anybody in the industry, really ask questions and talk to people. The answers to your resilience needs, your journey, your business continuity plans, they are all in your organization. You just have to do less talking and more listening. It's there, and that will get you moving forward. And don't get down if something does go wrong. Name a person where something doesn't go wrong in their lives or their business or their community. Something always happens. Learn from it. Move forward. I'm not saying, wash it off and, hey, it doesn't matter. Well, of course it matters, but learn from it. Then you're growing, and that will help your business.
Very invaluable, and especially for small businesses really striving to navigate the complexities of today's environment. Now, let's look ahead, Alex. I mean, the landscape of business continuity and resilience is ever changing. What future trends do you foresee in the field of this, and how should businesses really prepare for these upcoming changes?
One is artificial intelligence. I think a lot of planners, leaders, want to investigate, how can AI help us in developing our plans and our scenario planning or our communication channels, some of those needs. That's definitely a big one that's happening right now. And more integration with your information security or cyber team there, because sometimes it seems, and I've actually just run into this a little while ago, oh, the cyber team will take care of everything. Oh, really? So while the cyber team is trying to recreate your data or get your data or unlock your data, whatever the case may be, what's your business doing?
Hmm.
You're not sitting there doing nothing. So, so cyber is another one that's definitely happening. There is a lot more integration and communication with your risk team. For small business, it may only be one person, but I can guarantee that risk manager has a risk log of things they are tracking that could uh, impact your small business, something that the leadership is looking at. And if you're in resilience or business continuity, tie into that. Find out, how can I contribute to those risks? And then that gets your leadership really paying attention to what you're doing. They want to sponsor you. They want to help you. They're guiding you. They're making the decisions because they know what you're doing is actually helping them in their ongoing strategy to grow their small business into, hopefully a bigger business. And the other thing that's, I think, everyone needs to be aware of is there are more and more standards coming out. We had the Bank of England a couple of years ago with their operational resilience. The EU has the DORA, Digital Operational Resilience Act, and some other things that are coming out. Even the financial industries, especially here in Canada, in November, are supposed to be releasing an operational resilience uh, standard on from OSFI. And if you think none of these things impact you, you're going to have to second guess. Well, don't second guess that, because you will be approached. You may not be the direct person impacted by some of these standards and guidelines that are coming out, but they are turning around and asking all their partners, all their suppliers, all their service delivery people, what are you doing on your end? Because that's a part of all these acts. So if you're not directly involved, you will be involved. May not be now, but it's coming. So be aware of it. Have some situational awareness. Take a look around what's going on, and because you're going to find out soon that there's a lot that's happening, and that's where the industry is going.
Now, staying ahead of the future trends is quite essential, and your insights, Alex, they provide a roadmap for businesses to follow. And before we conclude today's insightful exchange with Alex, I really want to pause and connect once more with our listeners. I mean, the concept of business continuity and resilience we've discussed today isn't just a distant theory. It's a tangible and actionable strategy that can significantly impact your business's longevity and success. And reflecting on the discussions we've had and consider how these principles apply to your business scenarios is quite crucial. We need to consider questions like what changes or improvements can be envisioned for our resilience planning. And this moment is just I believe, it's more than just a learning opportunity. It's a call to action for all of us to prioritize and strengthen our businesses against the unforeseen. So let's take these learnings and translate them into action. Now, Alex, before we approach the conclusion of our insightful conversation, I'd like to ask for a final piece of wisdom. Considering that your vast experience and success in business continuity and resilience, what is the single most important piece of advice you could offer to our listeners, especially the small business owners, to help them navigate through uncertainties and build a resilient business?
There's a couple of actual quick things here. One, always put people over process. If you put people first, your processes will unfold the way you want them to, and they will definitely help you. Another is, if you think you can do business continuity management or operational resilience or organizational resilience all on your own, you're wrong. It takes your entire team to work together to create that. You cannot do it all alone. And finally, remember, resilience and business continuity is a journey. And you mentioned that in your introduction, Maheen. It's ongoing. It never ends. As your organization grows and matures and changes through all kinds of different acquisitions, new products and services, so too must business continuity and your resilience. It grows with you. Your business is on a journey, so too is your resilience and your business continuity program.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you so much for sharing your invaluable expertise and experiences with us today. I mean, it's been a profound journey into the world of business continuity resilience that has undoubtedly equipped our listeners with the knowledge and tools necessary to really fortify their businesses against these unforeseen challenges. So again, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you for inviting me. It's been a pleasure.
And that was the end of our discussion with Alex Fullick. The key takeaway from our today's discussion emphasizes the critical role of proactive planning, regular testing and exercises, and the importance of fostering a culture of resilience within organizations. We're also quite grateful to our partners, exclusive banking partner RBC, shipping partner UPS, exclusive accounting software partner Xero, and email partner Constant Contact for their unwavering support of the Canadian SME Small Business Podcast. To our listeners, thank you for joining in on this insightful and enlightening episode. Your commitment to learning and adapting is what makes the small business community so vibrant and resilient. Remember, building a resilient business is not just about surviving the next crisis, but thriving in the face of adversity. Don't forget to subscribe to the Canadian SME Small Business Magazine at CanadianSME.ca to stay updated with the latest trends and insights designed to help you grow your business. Until next time, keep embracing resilience, stay prepared for the unexpected, and continue to support and uplift each other in our journey towards business excellence.